What is going on, my fellow collectors? Jim here with another figure review, and tonight we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends series 12-inch Symbiote Spider-Man. I was very excited to pick this up because I got it at a clearance price. So yeah, if you have not heard, check your local Targets because this guy is clearancing out off the shelf at about $23.99. I think I picked him up for. But the packaging is what we've seen with this other Marvel Legends series. You do get a nice big box. You have a big open window. You see, the figure, everything it comes with. Makes a nice little display piece for the, you mint on card collectors, if you can find a decent box. But we do get this kind of like, rainbow trim going around. You got Spider-Man, you got Marvel Legends series. Top of the box, you got the Marvel. It's kind of like embossed. Bottom of the box, one side of the box, you get a cool image of Spidey. Again, we kind of have that like rainbow holographic look to it. Other side, very cool little image of Spidey. On the back, we got a bunch of cool images of Spider-Man showing off the accessories, articulation, all that fun stuff. But that's the packaging. Let's crack this open and take a closer. Okay, here he is out of the packaging. We don't really get too much with the Spider-Man. We do get a nice unmasked head sculpt, and we get a couple different hands, 3 pairs of hands. You do get the 2 fists that come on him. You do get 2 wall crawling hands. And I mean, the hands are nice. I mean, they're basically just black with the, kind of white patch here on the top of the hand. But, nice sculpting in the hand and the fingers and all. Very cool. And of course, we do get 2 thwipping hands. And these turned out nice again as well with the sculpt and everything with the fingers. So, very cool. And then we do get the unmasked Peter Parker head with the kind of like symbiote starting in on his face already. So this is pretty cool. Now, it does look like a Marvel Legends version that we've seen in the past, just enlarged a little bit. But it's got a nice little hair sculpt to it. It looks good. Very tan face as far as the color of the skin, but the hair is a separate piece, as you can kind of see a little bit of gappage there. But I mean, it looks good, not bad, very cool. It's nice that it is included. Taking a closer look at the Spider-Man figure, I think overall it turned out decent. I really gotta say I love the eyes on this, which is one of the big selling points for me, because I always like Spider-Man with just big, huge eyes, and I think they definitely hooked it up with this symbiote Spider-Man, giving him some nice, really big eyes, and the white just looks great up against the black and like metallic blue they have going all throughout this figure. It's kind of hard to pick up, but there's hints of like metallic blue all throughout it, so it's not just straight black. There's definitely hints of blues and grays. It actually looks really nice. Then of course we get a nice clean white symbol on the front, and it turned out really good. And of course we have all his kind of sculpted muscles and wrinkles in the costume and everything like that. Not too bad. A little bit of blemishes here. And then coming down to the feet, which I gotta say I think are a little bit big. I don't know what it is. I guess they kind of had to make it big. And I don't really like this kind of like crazy shape to them, but I mean, for what they are, they're not too bad. Like I said, picking this guy up at $23 is a much better price point than paying $60 for him, unless you're just a huge Marvel Legends 12-inch series fan. You're trying to get all of them, because it seems like Thor and after Thor, they've been a little bit more worth the money. This kind of first run at him with like the original Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and then this guy, not too bad, but just I personally I don't think worth the price point of $60. But I mean, overall it's got a really cool look to it. I don't have the original Spider-Man figure, but I think this is the same body, just repainted. From what I remember seeing the Spider-Man figure, in packaging, I remember it having the same kind of articulation, but I think they all kind of do. But I really like the head sculpt as far as how you can see the nose. I think it just looks great. Yeah, I mean, the overall look of the figure is really nice, and I really love that, shading that we get all throughout it. Very, very cool. But yeah, as far as articulation, it's decent. You get, movement at the head. You get nice down, you get really nice up. You don't get any side to side at all. The arms are really nice. We get, you know, a really nice hinge out. Then we have a really nice butterfly that'll go, you know, forward and back. So that's awesome. So you get nice range out of that. And on the back there, really cool. And I like how they, you know, painted it so it'll match up. Very cool. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have double jointed elbows, which give you decent range. And of course, for all the hands, you have a swivel and a hinge. We do have movement here at the upper torso, so you get rotation out of that. You get a little bit of side to side, a little bit of front and back. More or less, you do have this kind of cut ab crunch here, which will get them over about that much. It's not too bad. It does look a little bit strange back here, kind of, you know, juts out a little bit. And same thing going back. Gives them a pretty decent little hunch back there. But there's no waist twist. So all of your twist movement has to come with this upper, you know, torso joint, which is a little bit unfortunate because, you know, as you turn this, you're going to be messing up this nice, you know, symbol he's got on his chest here. So that's a little bit annoying. As far as the legs, they come out about that much. Kick forward, decent a bit. I mean, you can push it and kick it out at a crazy angle, but that's good for Spider-Man, you know. Going back, it's going to kick out at an angle because of the butt sculpt. You do have a thigh cut there. You do have double jointed knees, which actually give them really nice range. And then you do have a kind of like a boot swivel there, but it breaks the sculpt up. And then his crazy looking feet here are decent because you get really nice back. You get really nice forward. You do have this crazy toe joint, which isn't bad. And then you do have forward facing pin for rocker. So you get a really nice ankle rocker out of that. So, you know, overall it's decent. You know, it's a 12-inch Marvel Legends figure. It's basically what these are. But yeah, really nice ankle pivot on this guy. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, the movement's not bad. You know, it's a decent looking Spider-Man. You know, especially if you're a fan of the symbiote Spider-Man. And as far as the what he looks like with the Peter Parker head on, pop that in. Might have to use a little bit of force. There it goes. It looks okay on the figure. You know, I do think his skin's a little bit on the orangey side. But I do think the head sculpt looks decent enough on the body. So that's really cool. Nice that we do have the, you know, the option, and you still get the same movement. The hair doesn't really hinder it. You still get really nice up, really nice down, and of course you get swivel. And of course, you know, switching out the hands is really easy. Just pop it off. It's more or less just a peg. And you just peg in the hand that you want to replace. So you get Spider-Man with the flipping hands. There is a little bit of sculpted web shooter here, but of course you don't have any wrist articulation, so you're not going to be able to, you know, match that up all the time. But yeah, I mean, a decent looking Spider-Man figure, if I do say so myself. Measuring this guy out, it looks like to the top of his hair, he's pretty much smack dab at 12 inches tall. And as far as some comparisons, I only have a couple other Marvel Legend 12-inch figures, but here he is next to the Deadpool, and here he is next to Wolverine. So as you can see, I mean, he's going to look good and fit in with your other Marvel Legends series 12-inch figures that you do have. But yeah, guys, that was a look at the Marvel Legends series 12-inch symbiote Spider-Man figure. Like I said, check out your local Targets because this guy is on clearance, which I think is a nice price to grab him at now if you did pass on him, you know, when he first came out. But yeah, it is a pretty cool looking figure, man. It looks great. I love the articulation is decent. I don't really like how we don't have the waist swivel. But I mean, for what the articulation is basically what you get out of a, you know, standard size Marvel Legends figure. And it is going to make a cool piece for the shelf. But yeah, that was the review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next figure.